fabric of the star had begun to fray, its lands rent by tooth and claw.
Myself, you know. And I've had enough of this rabble. Come on!
As the chaos spread, the star seemed doomed to unravel, and yet... there were those who stood in defiance of that fate.
The hour is come, creature. It's all or nothing.
Will our hero deign to play their part?
You took your time. 'Tis as we feared. The respite afforded this land was but fleeting. The end draweth nigh. Secrets to tell. Take care, my friend.
So, Charlian would keep its counsel while the world is lost to ruin?
It would. Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
Do as you must, then. But we scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
Far
Galaxy Brain, activate!
Howdy, people. Hi, party people. How you doing today? How is life going for you? Are you having a good one? Are you having a normal one? Are you having a good normal one? Is that how things are? Hey, and we got logged in. Oh, what a change from how it was earlier, right? Oh, there we go. There's no water. Yeah, how's everybody's Saturday going? How is your Saturday doing? Oh, excuse me. For my Saturday, I spent it working way too long on a clip of the cats to upload to the social media. Still proud of it, though. If only because why wouldn't you be proud of cats? You have to be proud of cats. If you're not proud of cats, are you really living? Is your life really complete yet? And then I also did a little bit of Magic because a new season has launched in Magic: The Gathering Arena, which is a whole new set of cards. It is neon samurais and mech suits. Really loving it. Looking while I finish the quilt. Neat. I presume that's the quilt that I thought was reminiscent of like historical timeline displays. It looks really cool. Anybody that's not already part of our Discord, join the Discord. You can see some of Oizen's quilts. Yeah, it's cool stuff. Oizen does great work. Well, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I didn't make a quilt. I grabbed a very short clip of our cats this morning in their morning state of all being on the porch, staring at the door, waiting for me to come up and push that garage door button so they can all take off to the garage and get food. And then added some music to it and uploaded it. And then didn't do much else the rest of the day. Did some strategy session. Ate some sandwiches. All in all, a good day. And then entered the mode rat was a nice touch. Thank you. I thought you'd appreciate that. I couldn't find the song that I'd used for the TikTok upload, which was a really cool remix of. They took a Tyler the Creator song, which Tyler the Creator, but they took a Tyler the Creator song and remixed it with the audio from Morpheus offering the red or blue pill, and it was really cool. But apparently, they haven't used that track on other social media, so I couldn't find it elsewhere. So had to dig around to see what would work for elsewhere. And yeah, for those not aware, I am on all the socials now, except for Facebook. Fuck Facebook. Or sorry, Meta. But yeah, follow me at Kuroja, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, what have you. You can't really follow me at Kuroja on YouTube, because even though I am Kuroja on YouTube, YouTube doesn't let me have a custom URL yet, but search Kuroja on YouTube, you'll probably find it. Yeah, that's been my day. And a follow-up on the loveliness that has been our local pharmacy with pills. Went in there this morning because, was supposed to have a nice bottle of lithium ready to go, right? And went in there to pick up my lithium and my thyroid pill because my body is a mess. And they were like, yeah, no, we don't have any lithium. I'm like, no, you do. You promised and told me you would have lithium on this exact specific day. And no, we don't have any lithium. And they look in the computer. Oh no, yeah, I see nothing in here for lithium. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Because you told me I would have to wait 9 days, but then you told me you could get it to me on Saturday. And then they look and they're like, oh yeah, okay, here it is. Hold on, we have to get the pills for you. And so I had to sit there for 10 minutes for them to get pills that should have been ready days ago because we've been dealing with this thing for a fucking week. So, yay, American healthcare. Woo, American healthcare, yeah, go buddy. Yeah. yes, that's been my life. And Poison's doing some quilting. Various is probably sitting in the corner of wherever the next dungeon is that I'm like probably 20 hours out from getting. Alright, let's go ahead and get to the game. Oh no, I accidentally turned on the Jackbox thing. There we go, now it's gone. And let's hide OBS. I love you, OBS, but I don't need to look at you right now. So, what we're going to do today is what we always do, Pinky. We're going to start with a roulette or two just to get a little bit of leveling in. Because given the last dungeon was 87, next one's going to be 89, so we want to make sure that we're up to task for it. And yeah. Hey, look at that. Would one Barius of the Brad want to join in on doing some rouletting while we shoot the shit and talk about random things? I gotta tell you, I haven't been on Twitter all day other than posting the stream and live announcements. It's felt like a better day for that, but I'm betting there's probably some horrible shit that I've missed out on. Thank you. Has the convoy folded in upon itself yet? Because that's what I really want to know. This convoy just kind of felt like it came out of nowhere and then suddenly surged into the consciousness. Hey, wait a minute. Yeah, no. Okay, we're good. You know what? We're close enough with the Black Mage, we'll probably get there in time. Instead, let's see if I can't get my Dark Knight up to where it can do the next dungeon, maybe. Oh, and I see I have a mail. I don't think I can talk to this Moogle, though, because that's an itinerant Moogle, collecting things that I don't have yet. And yeah, I did a little bit of a dumb last night. Stayed up a little bit later than I probably should have. But it was worth it. It was a good time. I even did a Magic the Gathering draft and somehow got 6 wins with that deck. Oh yeah, definitely upgrade that. Okay. I can't change glams right now. We'll have to do that later. And Barius, I forgot to mention, if you have an interest in it, I know Audie would like to get people continue doing more of the raids in Final Fantasy XIV, and has invited you if you're interested to join in. Which thought that could be fun because I know that we're still trying to complete the what do you call it, Eden raids. Enough grinding in my dumb little mobile game to win a flock of flamingos from my island. I'm very pleased. Oh, well, congrats. You know, if you got a Nintendo Switch and got Animal Crossing, you could have plenty of flamingos for your island there as well. I have 2 on my island, a Mr. and a Mrs. Perfect game for me, but at the moment I can't splurge on a Switch. Hey, always in it. There's never anything wrong with finding a way to hack the bank account of a billionaire and stealing money from it to buy a Switch. There's never anything wrong with that. Exactly. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, I remember now. This is the Red Wedding version of Temtara Deepcroft. This will be fun. Oh boy. That is quite the stack of vulnerability. Good deal, that went really smooth. The mechanic there, it can be really... the mechanic there, especially if people haven't done this before, can be really evil and difficult. Because you need to intentionally let yourself get hit by an AoE, but only when surrounded by all the zombie things. Or else you, or else they all go pop, 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 and everybody dies. Damn it. 3 different ones that are a person holding out an arm, and I couldn't remember which one was actually interject. Where'd the other one go? Come here. Come back here. Come back here. Oh, okay. I wasn't close enough to be able to stun him. Okay. These also very much count as birds, clearly. They have wings, they have a tail, that's a bird. They even make bird-like squeaks. Okay. I don't quite remember this encounter. I'll know it when I see it, but... Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. We gotta protect the little Popoto. Everybody needs to eat a ball. You're coming over here with me, buddy. Noise. Ew, I'm all slow and gross now. There we go. It's time for sad dead husband. Did it! Sadness. So the story behind that dungeon is the reason I say max sadness. It's because with that dungeon, I believe you unlock it after you've done the first, like, 50 floors or so of Palace of the Dead, where you're trying to track down, like, who it is that's making all these abominations and stuff. And you find out that that specific dungeon, a group of adventurers had gone in, but due to some errors and mishaps, I think two of them died. Two of them were able to escape, but one of them, she went mad from just the shock and horror of losing her fiancé. And yeah, she ends up trying to, I guess, kind of Frankenstein her fiancé back to life. And that is what we were fighting at the very end. Aww. A Lunatender Blossom and a coffee biscuit from one Bradberryus. Thank you, Bradberryus. Let's see what the Lunatender Blossoms can be used for. Alkahess, a moon gel. Ew. A strong adhesive created by mixing together some mystery ingredients. Don't like the mystery aspect. Competent Craftsman's Delight. Okay, so that's I think that's an upgrade from, yeah, Commanding Craftsman's Syrups. That must be a new version. Let's see, control plus 3%, max of 42. Plus 2%. Okay, so I bet a high quality of that is Max of 50. Okay, yeah, so it's an upgrade. Rarefied moon gel. Okay, so that'll be for fast leveling the crafters. But then there's some culinarian recipes. Panaloaf yeast. This special yeast should greatly improve the powdery texture of panaloaf. Wonder what a panaloaf is. Neat. That can be tossed. Discard. Alright. And we're going to do one more dungeon. We're going to do a leveling roulette. Just to get that extra going. I would didn't get the notification, but I'm ready. I would enjoy stores playing Muzak and like holiday stuff if this was the kind of music that played instead. I mean, if I walked into a Walmart and this was playing, I'd be a happy shopper. Alright, what are we gonna get in the leveling roulette? Holminster Switch! Haha! I don't know, guys. I don't know if I know this one that well. I might struggle here. I don't know the mechanics or nothing on this one. Very nice. Yeah, okay. Maybe that was too big a bowl. Oh shit. Ah. Everything hates me now. Oh. that one's always a risk. Pulling that many together, it's always a risk. Is sometimes you get through it by just the skin of your teeth. Sometimes that happens. Whether your healer's good or not, it's just, you know, there's so many AoEs that drop all at once, and it can be, with everything going on, it can be really hard to tell, you know, if you're going to get hit or not. There we go. In case you can't tell, I like that song a lot. A lot. Hello, Tedween. right. Very nice. Alright. So that works out. We got the Dark Knight up a level and a half. We're gonna go turn in some things for the Grand Company real quick. And then, yeah, we'll get back to the story, which, for those that missed it last night, our happiest character became now our most saddest and depressed. And I don't know if even Space Dog can heal that wound. Space Dog probably can, but, you know. Ooh, we have enough that we're hitting the limit, so we're gonna buy ourselves some mystery minion boxes and see what happens. Oh, there we go. You did hear Minion. Something that they added recently is these Materiel Boxes that the 3.0 and the 4.0. The first one gives you minions from the base game or first expansion. The second one gives you random minions or mounts. I forgot they also include mounts, but gives you minions or mounts from Stormblood. Don't believe they've got one yet for Shadowbringers, but yeah, they're fun. So we have 2 of each. Let's open them up. So container number 1 is an Infant Imp, which we did not have. All right, new minion. Container number 2, Model Magitech Bit, which we do already have, and I don't think classifies as a bird. Container number 3, Monkey King, which we already have. King of Monkeys, Equal of Heaven, Inspirer of Awe. And final container, another Monkey King. We've got double Monkey King. All right. Magitech Fit in there, and then other Monkey King, we'll keep that, and we'll end up selling that on the market board. I still haven't gone and sold off all these fish. Barb of Exile, a variety of seahorse in the deepest part of the Ruby Sea. Smooth Lumpfish, a white saltwater creature with a round body and a texture that can only be described as thoroughly unsettling. Ooh. Thardian Wrasse, a saltwater creature known for its beautiful coloration. False Fusilier. This saltwater fish bears strong resemblance to both true fusiliers and squashed Far Eastern plums, but it is neither. Eastern Seerfish, a wavekin found swimming the seas of the Far East. Healed Fugu. Living within the abyssal zone, this fish is much smaller than it leads its predators to believe. And Hell's Cap. This shaped fish can be found in the hottest parts of the Ruby Sea. Yeah, that too is astounding. The effort and amount of work they put in to the amount of effort they put in on descriptions for just everything. Everything has so many descriptions, and I mean, look at the sheer number of fish. I've caught 768 fish, and who knows how many other fish there are. I mean, just look at all these fish, and each one of them has at least a paragraph description of it. That is so much work. And it's so cool that Square has done that. Which, for those of you not on the Discord or who didn't check, I posted in the Discord a link. I'll actually post it in chat here for people that want to check it out. But there is a game coming out in, I believe it's May, from Squenix, that is a murder mystery, but shot with live action. So it's real actors and cinematography and everything to it, but it's a murder mystery. Barius and I watched the trailer earlier today, and I have to say, at first I was like, no. But then I watched the trailer, and yeah, you're probably going to see it on this channel at some point. It's very intriguing. It seems very, very interesting. And as Barry and I were as the bear and I were discussing, it is really cool that Squenix is putting out games that aren't trying to be blockbusters and putting out games that are even taking a risk. I mean, this of all things is, to me, definitely a risk to take. In the year of our Dionysus 2022, putting out a game that is live action video, that's very, and I mean, I don't know what costs more, filming things and editing and production, or doing the coding and all that. Probably the coding. I would bet the coding, but it's still got to be, there's still money being spent on that, and I hope it gets some recognition. I think it's very, very cool, very interesting. Oh, and there is, I don't think there's actual time travel to it, but it takes place in 3 different decades, spanning back to 100 years ago up to now. So, that's kind of time travel, and as I've mentioned before, I am a slut for it, so. Let us continue on to the story. Wait, what? Hold on, what's that called? The World Unsundered. Okay, yeah, I guess that would be Norvrent, wouldn't it? I hadn't really thought about that, but yeah, that would be Norvrent. We are in, technically, places we've been before. Or close to them. Oh. I was like, how am I in a battle already? But it's Barius. And, yeah, for those that are watching and are new, don't forget you can spend channel points to select the minion of your choice that will follow us around for at least the next hour of game. So, save up them points, people. Alright, so we gotta head off this way. And to recap what happened last night... nope. To recap what happened last night, our good friend Medion... Medion and her sisters discovered that there is no other living life within the universe, at least as far as they could find. And the one living life they did find killed itself when it was asked what its reason for living is. And yeah, that drove all of them to a whole new level of despair that resulted in them deciding that our planet must be destroyed because there's clearly no point to life. And living itself is suffering, and therefore unliving would be preferred. Yeah. Minotaur and deer cats are coming you to death. Thou must live, die, and know. They're really, really wanting to drive home the hear, feel, think triplet, aren't they? Karoja, listen to me. Our duty now is not to denounce Hermes for his misguided determination, or to convince Emmet Salk and Ithildaeus that they have been deceived. No, we must instead ensure that the experiences Hermes sought to expunge are preserved. What remains in our memories alone will be our weapon against the final days. You must fight this battle in your age, and I in mine. Come, let us walk together once more. I will see you to the doors of Propylaeon. Oh, I forgot to summon Lucy. Hi, Lucy. There we go. Oh, I spy a fate that I can get in on. Hi, Audie. Get a shout out for Audie real quick. Gaming, where you can witness a tiny Popoto, a tiny Lalafell, doing a Russian dance in the background while somebody talks about Long Dick Johnson. That is gaming, folks. Look at that, we still have our trusty Unicolt with us. There we go. And thanks for the help, Various. Oh. It's Unicold's family. Where's Unicold? There you are. Look, buddy. That's what you can be when you grow up. When you get all big. Yeah. There's another one. So fresh, right? Very pretty butterflies. Many pretty butterflies. Why can't we have butterflies like that? I mean, not that I'm negging on the butterflies we have, but I want more butterflies. Democritus? 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 Your time in this age is drawing to an end. Upon speaking to Vina, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Oh boy. Alright, everybody got their popcorn and their bathroom breaks and their water and everything? I'm going to update the Twitter real quick before we continue. All right.
So, it is within. The portal that brought you hither, and will take you home. I appreciate your sentiment. I truly do. But 'tis a very long game that we must now play. And while you have maintained a stable presence here thus far, there are dangers in lingering over long. No. You must return to your own battlefield. Make use of the knowledge you have attained, that your days here and our friends' sacrifice be not in vain. With Meteion free to pursue her designs, 'tis only a matter of time until the final days are upon us. We must be ready. From fortifying our defenses to securing our escape, there is much to be done. In spite of this, we cannot allow the report that set this calamity in motion to become common knowledge. Were the masses to learn the fates of the other stars, I fear the situation would spiral out of our control. I must carefully consider who can be trusted, and bring them into the fold. Ordinarily, I wouldn't hesitate to call upon the 14. However, it was the desire for a fair determination that drove Hermes to attempt to erase our memories. Were he made aware of his actions, there is no telling whether he would remain a friend or become a foe. Alternately, we might try to alienate him from the convocation. Yet in doing so, we would deprive ourselves of a brilliant mind who would be invaluable in the crises to come. Quite the dilemma. Which is why I must work independently of the Convocation. Regardless of how we proceed, if we are to permanently avert the final days, we must be equal to Hermes' challenge. We must prove that mankind is worthy to exist. And this hinges, I think, on how we confront the all-consuming despair that accompanies a senseless and seemingly inevitable end. Bewildered and divided, we would perish like the peoples of those celestial ruins. We could not hope to survive the final days, much less take the battle to Meteion at her nest. We must find a way to defeat despair, to unite and prepare as many as possible for the struggle ahead. Heavy will weigh the burden of guiding this legion of souls. Yet I have faith in mankind's potential. As long as he believes in himself, there is naught he cannot achieve. So I will not give up on him. On us. You may find your world to be very different. Or perhaps the erasure of our friends' memories has sown the seeds of a conjunction between us. We cannot know until the moment is at hand. So shall I strive to do my best, taking naught for granted as I walk my path. And I pray you walk with me to the end. As you move forward, so too will I, as will all, resolved to fight for the morrow. And when mankind has found the strength to stand against despair, we shall silence the song of oblivion. She who sings it will learn our journey is far from over. This I promise. Fare you well, my light of the future, till we meet again.
From this day forth, I shall strive to bring honor to the seat of Vandani.
Even now, I remember standing there, locked in a moment where the sky is aflame. Where stars fall as tears, and screams darken the seas. Where resignation rots the trees. where terror twists magics into abominations. Such is the lament of they who have gone before. The song of they who tried and failed to create a better world. The song of the end. That which hides at the edge of the universe is no longer hope's creation. It is hopelessness incarnate. That day, mankind saw half of its number sacrificed to bring forth Zodiac. And covering the star in a shroud of ether, we forestalled the final days. Yet the cries echoed still. We wept for innocence lost, wailed for death inevitable. A reality too terrible to bear. And for too many who sought comfort in gilded memories of joyful days and tranquil nights.
This is all wrong! Why must we suffer so?
It needn't be like this. No. There must be a way to restore things to the way they were. To reclaim the perfect paradise we once had.
No, my friends. Suffering exists, and we cannot pretend otherwise. No civilization, however great, could eliminate it. If we would live, we must accept it as our constant companion. Let us not seek to forget this tragedy. Let us carry it in our hearts, that we may grow stronger and know true happiness.
We can't accept it! We won't accept it! It will be ours again! A world free of sorrow!
No, it will not. For there has ever been sorrow. Mankind was but spared its biting sting for a time. So please, open your eyes. To try and reclaim those lives we lost by sacrificing yet more isn't wisdom. It is weakness. No paradise is without its shadows. If we cannot accept this truth and learn from our pain, then our plight shall be repeated.
O mighty Zodiac! God, born of our boundless faith, we bid you, hear our prayer. Accept this offering of lives, and deliver unto us the lives we once had. Deliver unto us the days of old, the days when the star was a font of love, and we knew naught but bliss.
You would destroy it? Our beautiful world?
Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in. The heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all, a people. Beacons of light and life. Laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. They are my meaning and my purpose. My love. In spite of, or perhaps because of this, I choose to believe in mankind's potential, in his ability to find a way forward. So let there be no way back. From that temptation, I sunder us. No more shall man have wings to bear him to paradise. Henceforth, he shall walk. All is excruciating pain. I breathe fire and torment. I birth a world of suffering to mire and plague. In one fleeting moment, lives come and go, ever moving towards the unknown. And in that fleeting moment, they cry for the answer to the question. Why, given life, are they meant to suffer, to die? As fragmented, imperfect beings, yours is a never-ending quest. A quest to find your purpose, knowing your end is assured. To find the strength to continue when all strength has left you. To find joy even as darkness descends. And amidst deepest despair, light everlasting. A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine. When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
Yeah. That was a really powerful way to show us, you know, fill in that gap that we've always had. That gap that we've had of, you know, we witnessed Emmett Selk, and we witnessed the end of days to an extent from Selk's perspective in the final dungeon of the final dungeon of Shadowbringers, and to, you know, we witnessed that, but we've never gotten to really see the Sundering itself, and just to see that entire event sequence, getting to see what led to, you know, the situation we're in, the problem that we're in. Getting to see that now, and yeah, just the way they concocted that, the way they did that, the way they. That was powerful. That was powerful and really, really well done. Really good. And yes, the track in the background. I'm just gonna keep saying it. Nobody does cutscenes and music like Squenix. Some come close, but Squenix just they know how to fit the pieces together. They know how to make that quilt of emotion and experience and everything. Yeah. Listened to that song like 7 times that night. The lyrics are perfect with that whole story, with what that whole story was telling. Yeah. This is the problem, man. This game ruins other games for me. I mean, fucking Pokemon ain't got a story like this. Come on, man. I think an ARR song would be used after 10 years and have such a great emotional impact. It's... I mean, again, that's what Square does so well. I mean, just think of the, you know, there's a reason why I open up the stream with the trailer for Endwalker so often, because, you know, even though I've been with this game for. I don't even know where to check, but I've been with this game for what, like a year and a half now. Hearing the medley that they created for that trailer, the medley that represents Endwalker, hearing that and hearing all of the previous themes of every expansion. It just makes you remember so many great things and so much great time you've had in this game. So many great characters you've experienced, so many great places you've been to. No, I will not be buying followers, but thanks for asking. Yeah, just so many things. What is that? A wind-up moon? Yeah, we have to get a wind-up moon at some point. Thank you, Rose. Yeah. This game. And to think, if it hadn't been for Destiny getting to a point that I just couldn't bear it anymore, I never would have experienced this. I would have deprived myself of this entire experience. We're gonna take a second because this is also my jam. I love this. I just love it. I just love it. I figured out that melody on guitar one night. Because it just, yeah, I don't know why I like it so much. It makes me think of, there's a song, which I won't play on stream because, copyright, and I like having my channel. But there's a song called, hold on, come on, where you at, buddy? No, yeah, there we go. There's a song by Kings of Convenience. I believe it's Know How is the right one. That song is very much, very similar to this one, kind of. It's a song that I can't remember how I came across it. I want to say it had something to do with Skins, the TV show. Yeah, it's one of those songs where I ended up downloading like a whole album, but I only ever listened to the one song, so it just had a lot of feeling to me. Canadian Doge. There's a character named Canadian Doge. Wow. Kryl and Tataru. Kroja? Impeccable timing as always. I'd heard you were often the first as part of our efforts to investigate the final days. Well, as so often seems to be the case, while you were away, we've had some few developments, which we can discuss in just a moment. For now, however, I cannot tell you how wonderful it is to have you back. Carrying our song. I like that. So, you learned out more of the final days? Then the journey was well worth the risk. No doubt your newfound knowledge will be a great boon to us all. Unfortunately, during your time on the First, events here have taken a turn for the worse. The Scions are running themselves ragged, trying to contain the spread of blasphemies, but it's a losing battle. To try and ascertain the where and why of it, Alizé and Alphino have been traveling all over. Of all the regions they've visited, Locus Amonis is one of the worst affected. Thancred, Estinian, and Grahad took a detachment of allied soldiers there to offer aid and succor to those in need. But the province is vast. They only managed to visit a handful of coastal villages. It was an accomplishment worth celebrating still, but a drop in the bucket at best. In the meantime, Yashola and Master Matoya have been making a concerted effort to establish contact with Hydaelyn in the Ethereal Sea, but to no avail. As for Tataru and I, we've been keeping a close eye on the Forum. From what we gather, they've been constructing a vessel to ferry people to the moon. An ambitious project that has likely been years, if not decades, in the making. However, since we've seen no sign of it thus far, I suspect it's still incomplete. You will also recall the proposal issued by Master Fortuno to the people at Radzat Han. Following their discussion, Veritre declared his support for the plan and urged those who wished to evacuate to accept the Forum's invitation. So far, so good. But that's where things get a little strange. Apparently, the Forum caught wind of the lunar teleporter in the Tower of Babel and decided to use it to deliver people to the moon instead of their mysterious ship. Therefore, to secure safe passage for the Hanish refugees to the tower, Alphino, Alizé, Estinian, and Graha traveled to Garlemald not long ago. Trouble is, the capital was hardly the safest place to begin with. And now... the final days have come to Garlemald. Shortly after our friends arrived, they were sent to rendezvous with Master Fortuno. Then, panic broke out, and our communications were severed. From what fragments we were able to make out before the link show went completely silent, we can only assume the phenomenon has spread to the capital. The others need you, Kuroja. Please, you must help them. Having you there will make all the difference, I'm sure of it. Broken Glass was their first port of call, so you'd best start there. Hopefully Lucia will know where they are. There's no telling what you'll be walking into, so you had best take every possible precaution. To be honest, I'm a little surprised Garlemald wasn't the first that had the final days hit. I mean, if we posit that despair is what kicks it all off, that seems the place that had the most despair to begin with. Oh, it looks like we have a duty upon us. Kuroja, not a moment too soon. The skies over Garlemald are ablaze, but it's events on the ground that concern me. As you will have heard, your fellow scions arrived ahead of you. We cut the customary greetings short after we received word from our troops on the Magna Gleikes that the Forum's airship had landed. Yet it was then that the heavens began to burn. I dispatched your friends at once to ensure the refugees come to no harm. I would have you join them immediately. Additional support is en route, but we will discuss them later. I trust you are ready to depart? Several cutscenes again. Oh boy. We'll update the Twitter real quick, and then we will get to it. Really feels like things are coming to a head here, doesn't it? Right. Everyone, make sure you're hydrating. earlier on the Magna Glacies. Glassy. I can't remember how it was pronounced again. That's a bird.
No. No. We were promised an escape. Not the same door we fled. I shall not meet my final days here in this blasted waste. Calm yourselves. Your panic is our greatest enemy. Come, we must build a line of defense. How?
Leave the fighting to us, Father. You must lead the people to safety.
I can handle this pair.
You shall tend to the refugees. Let us be about it.
As you wish, my little lord. I'll command the beast's attention. See to the wounded.
Help is at hand.
Leave it to me. Those who can stand, come with me.
Easy now. Deep breaths. You're safe now.
Worry not for the refugees, but for yourself.
What?
No. Don't. I don't want to die.
Forward! Let not a single fiend escape!
Wait, that's... Euless and the army. So, you've recovered then?
In time enough to be of aid, for once. We can speak of it more later. For now, we must fight! To repay your salvation in kind, or with better! For Garlemald has her pride!
Of that I've no doubt.
Good gods. Of all possible saviors, the Imperial Army. Oh!
I had hoped to take all of them down at once.
Think a withdrawal might be in order?
Oh, sod that! You know who would never abandon these people to their fate. To be devoured by their former friends. That'd be beyond cruel. These beasts must fall here and now.
Well then, I'd say it's high time we threw caution to the winds.
So long as you spare me the heroic sacrifices. Now, let's go!
This is so cool having us play as the twins.
that?
The air crackles with energy. Find cover!
As they say, turnabout's fair play. On guard!
Why can't we have her limit break?
There's not the barest trace of ether. Maybe there really is no way to bring them back.
Poison, congrats on finishing the quilts. Glad you're able to get all the progress done, and I'm glad I could be here as your background noise for it.
Thank you for saving our lives once again. I remember you, from Purusha. You helped us there too, didn't you?
Ah, you're from Palaka's stand. I'm glad you're still in one piece. Or you will be, once I see to that injury of yours.
Look out! Get out of here! Quickly! I won't lose them! Not a one! This will be a brighter future! I won't let a madman's apocalypse ruin everything we've fought to achieve!
Get it together, Alize. You're embarrassing yourself. And in front of Father, no less. You might never measure up to our champion. But we ask too much of her as it is. You mustn't let our sword in the darkness fight alone.
This is precisely why you should never skip your squad regiment.
I can look after myself, you know.
Everything's in order, I trust?
I've had enough of this rabble! Come on!
If squads are what'll let me be a black mage, I'll do them.
Oh, we over the ages.
Just the beginning.
I had a feeling I'd find you here. This should be the last of the worst troublemakers. With me!
That was a really, really cool sequence of fights.
You must board without delay. The ship will depart ere long.
Your offer to host us in Sharlayan is most appreciated. But will the final days not soon fall upon it as well?
Your hesitation is not unwarranted. The satrap entrusted me with your lives, yet I have failed your comrades. Nor are you wrong to fear that this corruption will continue to spread. I cannot promise you complete safety, even in my homeland. What I can promise is that I will do all in my power to protect you. That power is not inconsiderable. Even now, my countrymen are preparing the vessel that will deliver us to a sanctuary on the moon. Join us on our journey there, and beyond, to new horizons. Come to Old Sharlayan. Please.
We would be fools to refuse such a generous offer made in earnest.
It seems they've a new destination.
The people of Radzat-Han have known too much suffering. The march to Garlemald will only bring them more, short though it may be.
I quite agree. Fortunately, they have you to look after them.
Yes. Well.
Behind you! Just there!
More of them.
Xenos! Here!
You'll be all right. Hurry to the airship.
Why have you come?
A heretofore unseen beast. 'Twas ripe for the slaying. Poor sport, alas. Unfit to temper my blade.
Oh, for the love of... You cannot still be on about a rematch.
That is, and has ever been, my sole concern. You, on the other hand, are fixated on a different quarry. Your passion pales before mine. Yet neither hate nor despair seems sufficient to recapture your misdirected bloodlust. So, I hone my blade, and I wait.
That's it. That's all you care about. Garlemald is in ruins. Our homeland, the nation you rule, is as good as gone. Along with so many of its people. Not just soldiers like us. Not only those who fought and killed for power and duty. Innocent civilians. Murdered by their own flesh and blood. Lost and confused as they breathed their last. While we who survived with our lives and minds intact were left to freeze to death. The Eorzeans tell me all this was your doing. You slaughtered your countrymen. You did! For what?
For nothing in the end. So much wasted effort.
You bastard!
For your own sake, Eulus, you must control your anger. It will serve no one should it consume you and see you transformed.
Would you be happier had I a good reason?
What?
If my motives met with your approval, would you no longer resent the outcome? If so, then perhaps a beast's skin would suit you better. Duty, honor, morality. All constructs of convenience when put to proof. Surely the war taught you how easily power becomes the tool of the self-righteous. How the people's justice was merely a means to their ends? Yet you would ask me why. Ask any creature of this star and those above for answers, and they will tell you what suits their fancy. And they would be right to do so. What meaning there is to be found in the petty vicissitudes of your existence must be gleaned by you, and you alone. Should you seek it in battle in the fruitless pursuit of my demise, then come. Assume your rightful place as a notch on my blade.
You are a blight on the Garlean race, and there would be no more satisfying way to expunge it than by beating you to death. But I will not be party to another tragedy. I refuse to lose anyone else because of you. So go. Go! And may we never suffer your madness again!
Xenos! Perhaps you found meaning in living this way. I cannot deny you found strength. Yet if you only pursue your hedonistic pleasures and pay no heed to the plight of others, then no one will give you the time of day. You will never get what you want, not even the battle you pine for so dearly. You'll be alone for an eternity, and you'll deserve every agonizing second of it.
We're ready to depart. The refugee ships will be leaving shortly, but I've asked mine to remain for the time being. There's room enough for you to join me on it, if you wish. Do contain your surprise. I needn't agree with the Scion's methods or intentions to acknowledge that their deeds are deserving of gratitude.
We appreciate the offer. But might I ask why you are delaying your departure? I presume it is not solely for our benefit.
I must visit Garlemald ere we return to Sharlayan. Having caused such an uproar, 'tis only meet that I explain myself to the Ilzabard contingent.
Allow us to accompany you then. We should be glad to facilitate, given our familiarity with all concerned. If you would like to join as well, Eulus, we can speak of recent events on the way.
He'll be off to your seat on the forum next.
Not gonna lie, what with everything else that's been going on, I completely fucking forgot Xenos existed. He's just, in the grand scale of everything, he's just kind of a thorn. Like, I completely forgot that he was a thing. We're going to take a moment to clean my glasses here. Because there's a bunch of tear splatter all over them. What a series of events. From everything with the Sundering to the chain of battles and getting to play as both twins, and then the epic moment when we arrive. And then, you know, of course, Xenos showing up out of fucking nowhere. Xenos is pulling a real Estinian right there. And Estinian, I don't know what it is, but it feels like Estinian in this expansion. It almost feels like his character model just has a slight smug smirk the whole time. Which is aided by him making snide little remarks here and there. I have to say, I am really gelling with Estinian with his hair pulled back and just having the bangs going. That's yeah. There, that should do it. All right. And all along the way, Unicult has stood by us through thick and thin. Deceased Zeno's standing there, so uncaring and unrepentant. Gods, I don't know what came over me. I just blurted out the first thing that came to mind. Looking back on it, I stand by those words. I would say I hope they won't incite him to further villainy, but to be honest, I doubt he even remembers what I said. Anyway, enough about all that. It's good to see you again. Oh. Let's see, am I finally getting a weapon that will compare to my my hard-earned Boja weapon? I'm still just gonna keep the Boja weapon, I think. It's the part about having 6 total stat boosts. I mean, I know I can put a couple materia into the Magitech rod, but they just aren't going to equal those stat boosts. Star quartz. Almost appears to contain a star within when held up to the light. Alright, Lucia.
No major injuries then. Good. I briefed the recovered soldiers and sent them on their way as quickly as I could, but nevertheless feared they would not make it in time.
The additional support was invaluable. Your men saved more than a few lives. Though not all, I regret to say.
I take it that I'm addressing Lucia Junius. I'm the Forum's envoy, Fortuneau Leveilleur. And you are owed an explanation for these most dire developments.
Another trial wrought by the final days. I was beginning to suspect as much. You doubtless feel some consternation having been forced to abandon your original plan. But trust me when I say you were right to send the refugees elsewhere. Beasts have been sighted within the capital. Perhaps it was a stroke of grim fortune that the population was decimated beforehand, as they've yet to appear in any great number, but in time. In any case, Maxima leads the remainder of the contingent in an effort to cull the creatures and evacuate the populace as we speak. Once the airships are taken to the skies, I pray your men can be persuaded to join him.
You'll permit us to retain our weapons?
I wouldn't have sent you after the Scions were I expecting you to stab them in the back.
And I, for one, would not consider past transgressions more relevant than future contributions. Regardless of the circumstances that saw us at odds before, we need men of courage now, more than ever.
We swore to defend Garlemald, and so we shall.
It seems you have everything under control. You will excuse me then, for mine own duties await.
A moment, Master Fortuneau. You did desire to express your appreciation for services rendered, did you not?
I did. Though if you intend to again ask that Charlian alter its course, you will find my gratitude insufficient.
'Tis nothing so onerous. I wish to hear the details of this grand endeavor of yours.
Do you swear to listen and to learn, and not to embark upon some scheme to impede us?
I swear.
Any other I would doubt, but you I trust to keep your word. For not once have you broken it. Very well. I will request that the Forum make you privy to our plans. You may await our summons at the Baldessian Annex, assuming the decision is in your favor. Does that suffice?
It does. You have my thanks.
Excellent. You can regale us with tales of your most recent sojourn to the First while we wait. Did you hear something just now?
Not a zombie bunny.
Where is this star's blasted pudding?
Dawn may banish even the darkest night, and to this bitter clime bring warmth and comfort. 'Tis heartening to see such an assembly upon my return. I thought often of you whilst I looked down upon our star's brilliance from the moon above.
Yes, but what are you doing here? And dressed like that? Aren't you cold?
Verily, I fear for my health should I proceed to expound upon our purpose ere I procure more suitable garments.
Then allow me to summarize. We're here because none of you lot are up there. Nor has anyone deigned to send word about any changes in the plans. It's rude, is what it is. At least that's what I thought at first, but then folks got to wondering if you weren't in a spot of bother, so we decided to take matters into our own hands. Come down here and help, if our help be needed. So she says, but it's also something of a convenient excuse to visit Aetheris. Oriange made it sound absolutely marvelous. More so before the impending doom, but still. And it's not like there will ever be a better time. What with the aforementioned doom?
Marvellous, they say, yet not an ounce of pudding to be found. I must suffer Oriange's inferior works no more.
Hey! Maybe consider the plight of present company before you go blathering on about pudding and doom? Ahem. As I was saying, should you require any assistance with whatever, we are at your disposal. We were born from Hydaelyn's love for the lives of this star, so naturally we would much prefer to see them continue. Twiddling our thumbs up on the moon is hardly conducive to that, though, is it? Not when you've all got such precious thoughts and feelings and hopes for the future deserving of more active preservation. Speaking to Urianger made us realize that while we've carried out our duties to the letter, we've failed to fulfill them in spirit. From there, it was just a hop, skip, and a jump towards resolving to do better. So please, show us how. Help us help you.
Forgive me, but are they...
Thy distant collaborators, indeed.
Hail, fellow! Well met! You'd be a member of the Forum, would you? It's an honor and a pleasure to meet you at last. I'm Livingway, Hydelin's right paw! That last bit is very important. As am I, if I may humbly say so myself.
I bid you welcome to our star, Livingway. On behalf of the Forum, I thank you for traveling such a distance to meet us. As you have surmised, preparations for the Exodus have not proceeded as smoothly as we had hoped. I should be happy to personally escort you to our headquarters in Charlian, where you may advise us as you deem fit.
'Twas with reluctance that I set aside the great work of readying the moon for habitation. Be assured that I did so only after the Loperites made plain their earnest desire to come hither, and I myself felt a growing certainty that their contributions here would prove invaluable. 'Tis trite, perhaps, but I followed my heart.
Good to have you back.
For a time, at least. Nevertheless, 'twas worth the journey to find present company well. Will thou attend us at the Forum and lend thine own wisdom?
If that's all quite settled, can we start moving before Urianger catches his death? Even I'm freezing out here.
Oh, I dare say you'll warm up quickly once you're aboard the airship. Sat shoulder to shoulder with our fur-covered friends.
Of course, they bring the bunnies back, because they knew that we just went through a whole lot of sadness and bad stuff, and what better way to deal with that than bring back the bunnies. Little bun feets. Pudding and Doom is my next band name, says Oizen. That is the best band name. Pudding and Doom is a top 40 charting band, just by default. And tear spots on glasses are just such garbage. Yeah. I think tear-proof glasses are just glasses that always have the buns in your line of sight. You know, I actually did look into ordering glasses from the internet once. I had thought about ordering prescription sunglasses, or no, not prescription one, prescription glasses that had like the blue light filter to them. But then I thought, you know, maybe not. Maybe that's not really worth it, because I don't know. See, from what I had looked into, it seemed kind of what would you call it? It seemed the jury was out on whether or not blue light stuff like made a difference or not. Self-care is buns. It is indeed. That's why Ariange stayed up there. He wasn't working on nothing. He just wanted to be around the buns. I dare say Master Fortuno was as nonplussed as we to learn the identity of Heideland's lunar custodians. As he will soon discover, they have much and more to offer the Forum. Might I suggest we return to the Annex forthwith? We may yet have time to discuss thy recent adventures ere we are summoned to the Rostra. Indeed, Ariange, indeed, good sir. Blue light does slightly impact your ability to produce melatonin naturally, but other factors come into play. Well, and like the main thing I'd seen people say is that getting like blue light filtering glasses was supposed to greatly greatly protect your eyesight, but then, you know, all of that was coming from people or places trying to sell those glasses, and I couldn't really find anything backing it up like research-wise, but yeah. Someday soon, I'm going to actually schedule an appointment to finally get my glasses replaced. Good to see you, Kuroja. I've heard a great deal about your recent exploits, as has everyone else. That's why I feel confident recommending you for associate-level hunts. The challenges you face from here on out will be significantly tougher to contend with, but I wager you can handle them. You've yet to give me reason to believe otherwise. Associate specimens are not only more threatening, but also more difficult to track down. You have to seek them out in the world's most inaccessible and inhospitable reaches, like bloody Garlemald. Oh, gods, I hate that place. Now, if Ilsabard's unfriendly north was our only problem, I'd simply remind you to strap on your furs and take some ale for the road. But, well, perhaps it's best if you ask Jaxjai what she's working on. There's nothing quite like hearing it straight from the chocobo's mouth. But no, a blue light filter won't cure insomnia or completely fix sleeping problems, yeah. Well, and then I also did look into possibly getting prescription sunglasses during a brief period where I thought maybe my stream brand would be, you know, me in sunglasses, but then I realized that, at least on Twitch, the only people I knew that did that seemed to be edgelord people, and I'm not an edgelord. Yes, I heard from here. If Northrota insists, I will tell you precisely what I'm dealing with at the moment. Let's look at this request from Cruciel, shall we? She's Charlian's sole xenobiologist, a self-proclaimed one, mind you. And it's her raison d'etre, it's her raisons to prove that life exists upon stars other than our own. Uh-oh. The astronomers have long since banned her from their meetings and refuse any requests she makes on principle. But alas, we have no such luxury. She's been demanding samples from the moon for some time now, despite the obvious impossibility of acquiring them. Associate hunts often present such challenges, ones with no ready solution. Though we gleaners pride ourselves on our resourcefulness, all we can do is, in such cases, is post them on the board and hope for a miracle. Try telling that to the clients, though. In any case, I would be thankful if you'd take a look at the board and try your hand at any bills that suit you. The guildship has high hopes for your success. No pressure, of course. I mean, if you want to get a sponsor from Gunner Glasses, then more power to you. Sporting $200 gamer glasses might reduce your credibility in my eyes, though. Yay, I can take on harder hunts. Neat. And you know, I should pick up some harder hunts just for the sake of it. I always forget to pick up the hunt board stuff. Even though you know, it gets you plenty of sacks of nuts. What is that? What? Okay, they put on a cloak. Oh, okay, now they're decloaked. Okay, what is... Alright. Lots of sacks of nuts. You want all them nuts. You gotta get all them nuts so you can get all the cool things. You want all the nuts so you can get the really cool mounts. Yes, I'm pretty sure there's still sacks of nuts. Yep, seals and nuts. Allied seal, Centurio seal, sack of nuts. If you were lurking without context, it'd still be exactly what you'd expect on Twitch. The restraint with which whoever is in charge of the naming of things, naming way presumably, the restraint with which they chose not to call them nut sacks is phenomenal. I think you were streaming a different game. Okay, please tell me I'm not going to have to try and voice 8 different people. The door made a sound when opening, so that should mean voiced. Yeah, there's footsteps, that should mean voiced. Nope, okay, fuck. Not that I'm complaining, Urianger, but I wasn't expecting to see you quite so soon. Nor I thee. In extolling the virtues of Aetheris, I did inadvertently awaken in the Laporte a desire to avert our star's demise. Kryal tells us you have obtained new knowledge that may aid us in our ongoing efforts. I have news to share regarding our study of the Ethereal Sea, but your findings are certain to be of greater interest, so I would rather hear them first. What revelations did Heidelin's Elpis flower lead? Oh boy. Then this dynamis is what drives the final days? If it's and Akasha are one and the same, this all but proves Adana's theory. We're an entity, through sheer force of emotion, to channel this vast, dormant reservoir into a raging river. Its power might surpass even that of ether. If our star is so replete with ether, then said entity would need to be outside its influence to effectively manipulate the dynamis of the great expanse. Meteon, or rather, the sorrow and suffering of fallen civilizations that she has been hoarding for millennia. Untold anguish and fear and hatred, drawn from every corner of the universe, all for a single purpose: destruction of Aetheris. That our foe is no longer some unknowable calamity. We have but one aim: to defeat Meteon. You make it sound so simple, but you're not wrong. Vanquish Meteon, and we deliver the world from the final days. But to even attempt it, there are 2 conditions. First, we must determine her location. Before Meteon escaped, an enchantment was placed upon her by Vana, the woman who had become Heidelin. The implications of temporal magics are not entirely understood, so we cannot assume that our Heidelin and the Vana you met in Elpis are one and the same. Nevertheless, due to her intrinsic qualities as an all-powerful being, I'd wager that Heidelin possesses the knowledge we seek. Whether she would share that knowledge with us, however, remains to be seen. After all, she intends for us to flee Aetheris, not to stay. What if the purpose of the airship isn't to flee, or the purpose of the spaceship isn't to flee, but to find Meteon? Do you suppose she has abandoned her pursuit of Meteon? Nah, I know we'd never give up. It's my impression, too. Otherwise, she wouldn't have used me as a conduit for her will, or provided clues such as the Elpis flower. I believe she has been waiting for mankind's answer to Hermes' question. So what's the second condition? We must find a means to reach medium. Naturally, our chosen method will depend entirely upon wheresoever she has made a rest. Then, communing with Hydaelyn must by necessity come first. Did you and Master Matoya have any luck with your investigation into the Imperial Sea? Sadly not. Though we enlisted the help of Erenvald and other Echo-blessed allies, we couldn't detect so much as a whisper from Hydaelyn, even from within the Anti-Tower. Master Matoya is of the opinion that in the years since abandoning it, the Forum has found some other method of receiving instructions from Hydaelyn. If so, it would most likely be some form of apparatus for observing the Imperial Sea, built closer to home. Sorry to interrupt, we just received word from the Forum. Presence is required in the Rostra, where they intend to discuss the Great Exodus. And Father was able to persuade them. They're finally taking us seriously. Let's see what they have to say. You know, if they just gave me 2 people to try and voice there, I could have made it at least somewhat believable, maybe, possibly. Probably not, but maybe. It's a bird. There it is. I believe that's the peacock. Yeah, that's the peacock minion. Good practice for your crew training anyway, yeah. Forum is in session, and as such, the Rostra is closed to visitors. Scion of the Seventh Dawn? Very well. You may wait in the corridor. Of course, entry will only be permitted on the condition you leave your armaments at the door. Lest you forget, this sacred institution holds rational discourse in the highest. The implements of war are expressly forbidden. Yep. Oh my gosh. Oh, they ran away. They had a Cerber pup. They had a baby Cerberus. How have I not got that yet? Oh my gosh. Ooh. Get some free XP over here. Sightseeing log entry 003, really? Ah, it's a different 003. In order to accommodate the 99 members of the Forum, the seating in their assembly hall is arranged in the shape of a spiral. Viewed from above, one is reminded of the symbol emblazoned upon the Charlian flag, the nautilus shell that keeps the water of knowledge. Are there really 99 seats here? There can't be 99 here. There have to be seats up above or something. There's no way that's 99. Yeah, 32. 36. 41. 49. 52. 57. 6. Okay, yeah, no, there's 99 here. Okay, yeah. Scale. Scale is confounding. But did you count them to be sure? That's my purpose in streaming, counting things so you don't have to. It is true, always trust the Yoshi Bee. Yoshi never lets us down.
There is a matter I wish to raise with you before we enter. We are here to listen and to learn. But if the Forum's plans are more or less what I expect, then I should like to make a proposal that will serve our ends. By your leave, of course.
I don't see why not. Your words and wits have gotten us this far.
Agreed. I will present our queries so that you may consider the most advantageous way to advance your proposal without distraction.
Thank you, everyone.
If I may have your attention, the ad hoc session will now commence. The purpose of today's assembly is to brief the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, at their request, on the Great Exodus. You may enter. On behalf of the Forum, I commend your heroic actions on the Magna Glaciers. We shall not soon forget your service to us and the people of Radzat-Han. The Satrap, whom we have informed of the refugees' new arrangements, sings your praises as well. As an expression of our gratitude, we will endeavor to answer your questions as fully and openly as we are able.
Then let us begin. First, it is the Forum's objective to ferry the life and knowledge of this star to the moon. Am I correct?
You are. It is for this purpose that Sharlayan has labored these many long years. We have collected biological samples and scientific records from across the star. When the time comes, they will be moved from their places in Labyrinthos and Numenon and conveyed to safety. Once that critical task has been accomplished, we will begin transporting the Sharlayan citizenry, which has been categorized into groups. The earliest arrivals are to ensure hospitable environs for those who come after. Following our people, we will send those of other nations in turn, beginning with our allies. Radzat-Han was foremost among these. But since the final days have already come to Thavnair, we saw fit to include the refugees with earlier groupings.
An ambitious plan. You have accounted for the safety of all nations and tribes, then?
As many as we can.
And how, pray tell, do you decide who to leave behind?
To journey beyond the sky is an unprecedented and immeasurably difficult endeavor. Introducing sources of inevitable conflict would condemn all to certain death.
Questions as to the validity of that approach aside, are your plans proceeding apace? We're under the impression that your primary means of celestial transportation is incomplete.
Hey, I didn't make the group.
If only in that it does not meet our optimal parameters, that is correct. This Ark, as some have taken to calling it, is fully operational and could be launched even today. However, the final days have progressed more quickly than we anticipated. At present, the ship is incapable of attaining speeds sufficient to meet our evacuation targets. Should we put the vessel into service, as it is now, we will be unable to travel to the moon and back quickly enough to complete the necessary number of trips. Precious lives and knowledge will be lost.
Seven hells. Is there anything to be done?
The ether burner, the primary means of propulsion once the craft is in the space between stars, is undergoing testing to determine whether it can be made more efficient. Though cargo is being loaded for the initial phase of the Exodus, we are prepared to continue our experimentation up to the day before launch, should it prove necessary.
What if the Scions were to solve your problem? We shall help devise a means to improve the ether burner's efficiency, on 2 conditions. If we succeed, you must allow us to meet with Hydaelyn.
"'Twas simple enough to deduce. You have a Concord, and so you would never have abandoned the Anti-Tower had you no other means of communication. One far more convenient, I suspect.
The second condition, also to be met upon our success, is that we be permitted to propose another use for your Ark.
We would be at liberty to refuse this proposal.
Of course. If we cannot prove its merit to the 99 here, who are we to stake on it the lives of all peoples of this star?
Delightful as always, Master Alfino. Oh, we couldn't have asked for a finer plan. Allow us to solve this complex engineering problem of which we were entirely unaware until moments ago. What could possibly go wrong? The satire writes itself.
He's not wrong.
Yet, what field has not benefited from a change in perspective? When we are at wit's end, what we need is not the same dry theories recited ad nauseam, but fresh inspiration. I, for one, have faith in my erstwhile students to provide it, and I find their terms to be perfectly acceptable.
Order! Order! We have no time to waste on debate. I call a vote. All in favor of agreeing to the Scion's terms? 71 in favor, 28 against. The ayes have it. Fourcheneau, as the architect of this project, you are the best candidate to show them its current state. And bear in mind that regardless of your personal misgivings, this is the will of the Forum.
Very well.
I call this session to a close. Return to your tasks with urgency. The final days wait for none.
So we're gonna help build up a starship. Sorry about not letting the rest of you into my plan. I was, admittedly, thinking on my feet for the most part. But since we require both a means of communing with Heidelin and reaching Medium, in the spur of the moment, I saw involving ourselves with the completion of the Ark as a way to work towards both objectives simultaneously. However, we must first keep our end of the bargain by solving the problem of the ether burner. I like to think it is not a challenge beyond our combined expertise, or at least the expertise of our extended circle of associates. It might behoove us to learn how an ether burner actually works before we attempt to improve it, though. Maybe. A little bit. Probably. As instructed, I shall take you to see the ether burner. Meet me outside the Archeon. I trust you can make your own way there. So the Ark is being built in Labyrinthos. Hardly surprising. Where else could they conceal such a massive undertaking? Oh boy, we finally unlocking the second aetherite. Oh, I'm excited. That's half of playing this game, is wondering when you're going to get to unlock aetherites. Our destination lies in the lower levels. Forum, in its wisdom, has granted you access to the Archeon's lift. Step aside and have a Philine take you to the medial circuit. You wish to use the lift, yes? I do. I've sent your associates ahead to Logisticon Alpha, on the other side of Materiel Boxes. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to... Never mind. It can wait. Let us attend to the matter at hand. Okay, so we're going all the way around, are we? Oh, hi bee that I need to kill for bounties. Nice, I got 3 nut sacks, alright. hi, Tomato. The grapes. The grapes of legend. Ah. I love that the grapes became the low poly grapes when this first launched, when they downgraded them to, or downgraded them, to save on some resources for people. I love that they became such a massive meme that even the official Twitter account tweeted out a memorial to the low poly grapes when they upgraded the grapes. I've seen pictures of them from what they looked like before. It made me think of like if you were to take a bunch of grapes and like freeze them in ice to store or something, like a big grapesicle. Or I guess like if you took a Jolly Rancher grape and drew little circles on it. Grape Gate. Grape Walker. Grape Viner. Vine Walker. Polygon Bringers? No. No, that doesn't work. What? No, oh, no, put that away. Okay, there we go. Storm Juice. No. Juice Blood? No. Storm Wine? Wine Blood? Heaven's Wine? Heaven's Wine. Heaven's Wine. There we go. We're to wait here while our father arranges for us to use the next lift. Here, being Logisticon Alpha, where the atmospheric conditions of Labyrinthos are regulated. Water is drawn from underground and dispersed as vapor, stimulating the formation of artificial clouds and rain. By manipulating the temperature and air circulation, they are able to create the ideal environment for the growth and preservation of the biological samples kept here. Hold on. How do you know so much about it? Why, Father brought me here as a child. What? And left me behind? Actually, you're the one who left me behind when you went off somewhere with Grandfather. The night before, I'd been asking Father how clouds are made, and so he decided to show me. It was fascinating. I peppered him with questions the entire time. It is all too easy to take for granted the many interweaving aspects of the natural world. To grow a nerd to the wondrous. But having gained an understanding of the complex mechanisms employed by the Loporits in recreating a similar environment, I have come to view such processes in a new light. The subterranean gardens of Labyrinthos, the lunar prison forged to contain the ancient Zodiarch, the habitations built for all mankind beneath the moon's surface, each unique yet undeniably similar. 'Tis no mere coincidence. Ever since Hydaelyn unfolded to us the grim fate that awaits Atheris, every essential resource we could spare has been delivered to Labyrinthos in preparation for the Great Exodus. That is not all. It is also a testing ground for the technologies that will allow us to settle on distant stars. Though the Loporits have endeavored to make the moon inhabitable, that is not our final destination. Mankind must learn to propagate life where there is none, to thrive where all is barren. Alas, time is not on our side. I've arranged for you all to enter the central circuit. It is there that most of our preparations for the Great Exodus are carried out, the construction of the Ark among them. Though our plans have been made public, access remains highly restricted. You, however, will not be subject to said restrictions and will have free reign to come and go as you please. Such was the will of the Forum, after all. We will prove ourselves worthy of their trust. Your trust. Then let us proceed. Theory. This is actually the prequel to Outriders. Hi, Hester. By decree of the Forum, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn are permitted to enter the sensual circuits. Ooh, pretty. The ether burner is being constructed not far from here. Overseeing the work is Kokodonkol, after whom the forge is named. Once the necessary introductions have been made, I shall leave you with him to discuss the particulars. This way. I'm excited to meet this person. Kokodonkol. That's the name of a person I want to meet. Oh, but before we do... Wait, how do I... Aha! It's the whole reason I've been playing this game is to get this other aetherite. We're not gonna let this chance pass us by. Such pretty walls. You call these documents research? They're not even... No. Oh, I didn't get it all in time. Dang. I always loved Academia Owns. That one sounded like it was going to be a good one. Hi, Steady Current. Bye, Steady Current. Betting we might have to talk to these people at some point for something, given that they have names. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. We got it. Showing you a whole new world, Unicolt. Part of me wonders, you know, why do they want to keep the monsters? Like, why do they want to store the monsters and keep them? Then also, you know, it makes sense because they're gonna need food. With their idea of going to another planet, they would obviously need food, and you need monsters and an ecology and all that for food. That's pretty too. Very relaxing music here as well. Usindidi. Scanrus. Ramaka Fumaka. No, Ramaka Fumamaka. Okay. Alright, hello, Coco Dunkle.
I could swap them out. No, been there, done that. Damn near lost me eyebrows.
Love
think,
this
Coco,
voice.
think! We'd be well on our way to paradise. Visionaries patting themselves on the backs for their grand accomplishments if you'd only think!
Yes, that does sound rather lovely.
Yeah! I mean, Master Force, you know, what a pleasant surprise. We're not blasting off already, are we?
The schedule remains unchanged, for better or worse. Which is why the Forum has elected to accept assistance in resolving the ether burner conundrum.
Not seen you lot down here before.
There are Archons among their number, but engineering is not their expertise. Nevertheless, the Forum concedes the slim possibility that they may have insights to offer. If not, you are at liberty to return them to the surface, by whatever means you see fit.
I assure you that won't be necessary. Now, about your troubles with the ether burner.
Aye, I'll walk you through it. Suppose I could do with a change of pace. As the name ought to tell you, the ether burner burns ether, ambient or otherwise, and transforms it into motive force. Think of it like a giant bomb that never stops exploding. Even out in that black void where the ether's right sparse, it's strong enough to move our arc. And it probably won't kill you like an actual bomb. But it ain't perfect. According to my calculations, to travel to the moon and back fast enough for the Forum's liking, the conversion rate needs to be 6% more efficient. A measly 6%, you say? But if I could have squeezed even another 0.6 out of it, don't you think I'd have built it that way in the first place?
Hast thou consulted with the Loperites?
Yes, they too are conducting their own research, for lack of a ready answer. The moon's propulsion systems are considerable, naturally, yet they are commensurately massive. It is no easy feat to convert their technology into an efficient means of propulsion for a teeny tiny toy boat, as they say, and as I most certainly do not.
Nope, teeny tiny toy boat. That's what the arc is now, teeny tiny toy boat.
Yes, exactly! Damn it all, I asked for refined adamantite and they send me uppity rabbits with inscrutable, ancient, incompatible technology! You're trying to drive me mad!
Do you speak of Allegan refined adamantite, perchance?
You know of it?
Only in the most general terms, I'm afraid. 'Twas an alloy of Allegan make, but the secrets of its production were closely guarded. As I recall, the record stated it was vital to Dalamad's construction and launch.
Aye, that's the stuff. No material more conductive far as I know. Slotting some in's like blowing up a dam and watching the river of ether come rushing through.
It's like Simon Pegg's Scotty. I can see that.
Ain't a living soul that knows how to make it, though. We were fortunate enough to salvage some for the ether burner, just a wee bit, mind, from a chunk of Dalamud that came hurtling into the Northern Empty during the calamity. With more, well, that extra 6% efficiency would be child's play. It's a crying shame that we've no other sources.
Surely the many shards of Dalamud scattered throughout Eorzea would suffice. Why not get the refined adamantite from them?
Oh, we tried, believe you me. But only a few specialised pieces would have had any in them to begin with. Drive calls from Ragnarok-class internment hulks. Those are the prize bits we really need. According to the Gleaners, getting to them means delving deep into the shards. And the defences are still very operational and very eager to blow them up. It's rough going in there, even for the cream. Not sure they'd make it out alive.
Weren't we near that part of the Ragnarok when we went to destroy Bahamut?
You want me to go and fetch the Watsits?
That may be for the best, though you doubtless find the task too dull for your liking.
There are multiple internment hulks in Eorzea alone, so handling this ourselves may not be the most efficient option. Rather, if we could salvage Adamantite from the shards simultaneously... Thancred, is the link shell we established before you went to Garlemald still active?
Of course. The floor is yours. What's all this?
Gathering firewood, so to speak. We alone can accomplish little, but joined by others, we may yet build a bonfire to carry us heavensward. This is Alphino. The Scions have need of you.
Understood. I will contact the Lord Commander and dispatch our finest at once.
My sisters are somewhat preoccupied with the final days, so I will lead the 12-Sword expedition myself.
Are you aware of any other sources of refined adamantite?
Logically, such an invaluable alloy would have been utilized solely where absolutely necessary, in components intended to conduct or collect surpassing amounts of ether. Any extant instrumentation or devices would have likely found their way into the hands of etherologists or enthusiasts.
Magical artifacts of Allagan design? The Eastern Alliance will send word to one and all. Are there other ways we may offer aid? No shards of the Lesser Moon scar our soil, but our stake in this cause is no less for it.
Is there anything in Othard that might be of use to you?
What did you say? Oh, you got friends in far places, lad. Anyway, if you're offering, I wouldn't say no to one of those Far Eastern sacred relics. Some of them can hold enough ether to summon a whole damn primal. Combine a source like that with the ether burner, and 3, 2, 1, kaboom!
I gather you heard his explosive enthusiasm. Might you secure us a suitable relic?
It shall be done. I know little of machines, but I promise we will do our utmost to gather the materials you need to finish your starship. I am glad for the work, in truth. Better to busy oneself than wait and fret over disasters foretold.
Then why are we all still standing about yapping? There's plunder for the taking. And I'm a born plunderer. I'll be an old Charlian before you know it. Start mixing the grog.
I'm certain that can be arranged. Thank you all, and do be careful.
Just like that.
Aye, just like that. Our refined adamantite is on its way. Now let us consider our next steps, shall we? There's yet much to be done.
I love their usages of the Heavens Ward, or the Endwalker theme, which, by the way, when I was Googling earlier, because I wanted to play it during the opening stream, but I couldn't find, like, you know, just the audio from the trailer without the voices. It turns out that actually Square has made a music video for specifically the Endwalker theme. That music video, I didn't watch the whole thing through. I just clicked through it. Is real, like live action. Like no, it seems to have nothing to do with Final Fantasy, or at least that's what it appeared. It just seemed to focus on like a woman walking around or something. So I'm gonna watch that after stream because that seems really interesting. And of course, you know, this theme is just so good. It's times like these we're reminded of how famous or infamous Alphino has become. Who'd have thought he could achieve so much with a single link pearl conversation? As we're expecting rather a lot of visitors in the near future, I'd best return to the surface and inform the relevant parties. I also have a contact of my own that might be worth a try. Oh, and who might that be? That's for me to know and you to find out. And on that note, I leave matters here in your capable hands. Best of luck. Meanwhile, in Uldar...
Our course of action is clear. We must harvest refined adamantite from the shards of Dalamud and procure arcane relics of Allagan make. Summon the best and brightest of our immortal flames and form an expeditionary party at once. Call upon the Sultan Sworn and brass blades for support as you must. Papashan, send word to the guilds. We will require the expertise of master artisans if we are to have any hope of identifying and recovering these elusive materials. Viergeist, we have need of your stone torches. They are to assist the immortal flames in scouring the ruins and to help secure the surrounding areas. I trust I can count on your support.
As commander of the Stone Torches, my son Zimberk will personally see it done.
Pippin, I would have you lead the raiding party. Assemble your finest, and with Tizona's blade clear the way. Lord Lolorito, I pray you take charge of the search for Allagan relics. Surely you know of some being traded on open or clandestine markets, or sleeping in collectors' vaults. Of course, I ask not that you do this out of the kindness of your heart. By all means, profit on the transactions. I wish you the joy of it. The final days descend upon our world. If circumstances are truly as dire as they say, Uldar's best efforts may be for naught. And yet, when we Eorzeans rose from the ashes to rebuild our broken realm, did we not learn one simple truth? That which seems all but impossible to overcome alone may yet be possible if we stand together. It was the Scions who united us then, and it is the Scions who call upon us now. Uldar will answer that call. We will summon our courage and join the fight for our world's future. You know your duties. I, Nanamo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, bid you good luck and Godspeed.
Meanwhile, in the Black Shroud.
We fielded a goodly number, but our ranks are heavy with healers, and an abundance of restorative magics will be of little help in destroying Dalamud's defenses. Still, it has ever been thus with Gridania. We must steel ourselves for a protracted engagement.
In that case, might I suggest taking us along?
Commander Hext, what are you doing here?
None of the shards in Girabania are big enough to hold an internment hulk. So we said to ourselves, why not lend our neighbors a hand? We thought you might be short on people with a talent for breaking things.
While it pains me to admit it, you are right. Our deficiencies so plain to see.
It might have been a lifetime ago, but I was once one of the scions assigned to the Shroud. I know this forest well. I know your people. And I know we will be stronger if we fight this fight together.
Then I will impose upon you with a clear conscience. Come, let us speak of how to integrate our forces.
I won't let it all be for nothing. I promise you, Papalimo.
Calling it now, Papalimo's coming back somehow. Meanwhile, in Karthus.
There you are! We've no time to waste, brother. Everyone has already... Ah. A roar! A dragon's roar!
Meanwhile, in the Ruby Sea. Yeah, they're going heavy on the medleys in this, aren't they?
And so, in summation, the Eastern Alliance, as well as the Honourable Lord Lolorito himself, reached out to me for assistance in procuring these treasures of the divine, and I, in turn, do beseech the Confederacy for aid. Is that...
Hancock? What a surprise this is.
Soroban! Yeah!
And a fortuitous one at that. I have a favor to ask, you see.
To our friends of searching for refined adamantite and sacred relics, we will only know if they meet your requirements once they've arrived. In the meantime, is there aught else we might do to be of service? You've already done more than enough. I had to say, though, I could use someone who knows a thing or two about elegant technology. You there, the lad with the red eyes and matching hair. You seem to know more than the average scholar. Huh. Only Master Coco knew how right he was. While he and Graha establish a rapport, why don't we help with preparations for the Great Exodus? Indeed, this would mean going above and beyond the terms of our arrangement, but I propose this not to curry favor. As confident as I am that we will succeed, we must be ready for every eventuality. This would also be an opportunity to familiarize ourselves with the logistics of traversing the Great Expanse. And if nothing else, it beats twiddling our thumbs while we wait for the Adamantites. Well, ain't you a bunch of helpful buggers? If you've a mind to lend a hand, I know where you ought to go. Charlie and Hamlet is lousy with researchers and scholarly types, busying themselves preparing for the Exodus. Ha! That lot need all the help they can get. Well then, off we go. Hi, Kryuki.
Sloppy.
How you doing tonight, Kryuki? Oh, okay. Can't jump up there. We'll continue the quest in a second. I want to see if we can get in on this before it's finished. Yay! Alright. So I wonder if this quest is going to involve us basically dropping off scions one at a time in various places. From what I can tell, a lot of the people actually live down here. I don't know how much help we can offer, but I dare say they'll benefit from some of that fresh inspiration Scholark Monty mentioned. And start basking around, ideally without getting in someone's way. Let's meet by the Aetherite once our work is done. Told you we'd have to talk to the people with the green names. Helping with the Ark? Even with all the power Master Kokol's managed to squeeze out of the Ether Burner, it's still not enough, apparently. Now I hear the final days have arrived. Horrible creatures running rampant all over. If only we'd begun the Exodus sooner. People are dying, and there'll be no end to it if we don't fulfill our duties. But we will. We spent years preparing for this moment. Believe in the plan, and all will be well. We haven't. No, we're. I don't even know how much of the story we got left, but we're not done with the story yet at all. Hello. Are you one of the new helpers? Working on the Ether Burner? Oh dear. New things have come to a standstill on that front. Even so, I'd choose that over my current duties. Checking and loading samples day in, day out. It's tiring and thankless work. Still, no one will be crossed if I misplace a few legumes or what have you. Forum's got enough on their plate as it is, but with deciding who gets to board the Ark and when. A lot of powerful people have opinions about that. My heart goes out to Master Fortuno and the others. Hardly get a moment's rest, I expect. Do they even have time to sleep? Oh, Kuriyuki has redeemed a minion pick. So we have many minions on offer. These are my favorited minions, just for when I'm doing a random. Oh, that's right, we have the new minion, the Infant Imp. Scholars believe there are 3 ways in which Void Scent can make the journey from their realm to ours. Tearing a hole in the ether on their side, having a hole torn for them on our side, or stumbling into a randomly occurring hole, the latter being the most common for imps. The Cactus minion? You going for the Cactar or the Micro Gigantender? Or we do also have Senorita Sabotender. 3 cactuses on offer here. Cacti on offer here. Cactar, all right. Hello, little Cactar. Little goofy run. Let's see, we need to find one more person. Okay, that's not a place we can go into. Oh, there we go. Is that a Pororogo? Hi, Pororogo. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Okay, you're on a determined mission. All right, we'll leave you alone. Alta-san. Alta-san. Offering to help? That's very kind, but I should be able to organize the rest of the documents by myself. It's mostly a list of things we'll need once we arrive on the moon, and then whichever star we choose is our new home. My duties largely concern the maintenance of living conditions, so I'll be a lot busier after we depart. I hear that our lunar collaborators have come down to assist in our efforts. Looking forward to finally meeting them in person after having communicated with them in such a limited capacity thus far. To be perfectly honest, I've not even the slightest idea what they look like. I do hope they're not enormous looming giants. Why, I would much prefer something small and fluffy, like that beheaded rabbit that ran by. Oh, buddy. The Cactar is cute. They're cute until they use 10,000 needles on you, then they're not so cute. Then they're less cute. Hi, Living Way. Fancy meeting you here, Kuroja. Our friends in the forum brought us to see their teeny tiny toy boat, which was quite impressive considering they didn't use any creation magic. What we were really interested in is Icarus itself, but we now found ourselves in a sort of funny underground miniaturized version of it. We were hoping the forum would give us a guided tour, but it appears they're rather preoccupied. Honestly, all that time to prepare and they're still not ready. I suppose we'll have to show ourselves around. Or at least that's what we were planning to do until we chanced upon Rianche and your good self. Since you're both dawdling about, engaging in idle chit-chat, perhaps you could show us a few points of interest? Would that be fun? It will be fun. But we're gonna wait until next time. Haha. Yeah, that's right. Cliffhanger. Cliffhanger on the fun with the buns. Yeah. Hi, Growing Way. Hi, Living Way. Hi, Cooking Way. Hi, Singing Way. Oh, I don't see Pudding Way. I hope Pudding Way was able to find some pudding. Hi, Urionje Way. Wait till you do the level 90 hunts. They have 999,000 needles. Oh, God. 999,000 needles of pain. Yeah. So yeah, that's where we're gonna leave off. We're gonna leave off here. Because it's 1 minute until stream ends. 1 minute until 9. And I ran a little bit later last night, and I want to make sure I get Grandpa his ice cream early tonight. So yeah, that's where we'll leave off for now. But I thank you all for being here. I thank you all for being here to experience this and enjoy it with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Some big feels tonight. Big feels, big emotions, some really fantastic cutscenes, some really fantastic story events. Just a lot of good things all around. Well, Kryuki, you can always view the VODs on my YouTube or on Twitch. But yeah, this was a good time. I hope you all had fun. I hope you all had a good evening here with me, and with everybody, and with the buns, and with the epically long cutscenes that rival Hideo Kojima, and are still amazing and wonderful, and all the wonderful music and just everything tonight. So yeah, I hope it was fun. I hope you had a good time. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to be back with some Scarlet Nexus. We're going to try and finish off Yuito's story. I know we've got probably a decent amount left on that, but that's our plan, is getting through Yuito's story. For those that aren't aware or weren't present last Sunday, Persona 3 is indefinitely postponed. It's just, to put it bluntly and frankly, it's just not turning out to be as fun as I was wanting it to be for streaming. Yeah, so we're putting that on hiatus for now. We may come back to it at a later point when we have less urgency to get through backlog games and more free time to fuck around and find out. Not sure, but yeah, tomorrow it's gonna be Scarlet Nexus, so we'll be back at 5 p.m. Central. Y'all have a good night. Have a good rest of your Saturday night. I hope you have a good start to your Sunday. I hope you have a good Sunday. Hope to see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. Hope your week starts off good if I don't see you. Keep being awesome. Keep being wonderful people. You're beautiful souls. Love you all. Thank you so much for being here and making streaming so wonderful. And yeah, we will catch you next time.